What's up guys, it's Lenny, your fan of stuff to you, and today I wanted to make a video talking about my round 15 world record for Numa. And I'm going to be posting this on the speedrun website to get verified because we did beat the record and by a substantial margin. Now, to start off, I'm going to be talking a lot in this run about strategies that I'm using, strategies I haven't seen, and strategies that you should definitely be taking advantage of in this kind of run. So to start things off, round 1 to 5 is kind of the same. I don't know if you've seen any of my round 5 Shino runs or round 5 any runs. The first 2 rounds is about counting zombies, or the first 2-3 rounds about counting zombies. You want to know how many are left, if they're spawning at a window that you're not looking at, etc., etc., so that you can maximize and take the most advantage of the time that you're given, so that you know that if you can't see a zombie in one of these windows, that he's at the other one. Again, the idea for the first 5 rounds of Numa is you're sitting in this spot. You're looking at the right window here where the tree is, you're looking deep in the swamp, and you're checking out the bridge. And you can see there, just as an example, I saw we had 12 kills. I did one last rotation of checking to make sure there wasn't any delayed spawns, and so now I know that the last 2 zombies are at that last window. Just a way that you can kind of take advantage of knowing the number of zombies. These nades are just standard. You throw grenades so that if zombies spawn at that window at the same time as they spawn at this window, you kill them both at the same time. Just simply faster. Now, it's not guaranteed to always work, and like you see here, sometimes they spawn after the nades explode. It's not a big deal. It's just sometimes you get an advantage off it, and you don't lose any time from doing it, so might as well take it. Now, in the first 5 rounds, these rotations are really important because they're going to allow you to essentially maximize the time that you have in these first 5 rounds, and you're gonna, if you do these strategies, you're gonna consistently get like a sub 3 minute or around 3 minute time, which is decently competitive. The record right now I think is at a 2:45 or 2:44, something like that, but you can get decently competitive times by taking advantage of these strategies and thermal sight. Now again, I apologize for the fact that we have to do this in theater mode. There's no it doesn't show thermal properly in theater mode, which sucks, but at least you get to see the run. I did do a follow-up run on my stream where I went for the record again, and I did beat the current record again, but it wasn't as good as this run. It was a lot slower, about 30 to 40 seconds slower than this run. So this is the run that I'm going to be posting, even though we unfortunately do not have the thermal vision, because I did do it off stream. Here we go. Just that's round 5 right there, which is very good. This is the round where you kind of hope for dogs. A round 5 dogs is the best thing you can get, because round 5 dogs guarantees that before round 15 you're going to get another dog round. It almost absolutely guarantees it. It's the best likelihood. I think it's possible that if you get a round 5 dogs, you get a round 15 dogs, which would suck, but round 5 dogs gives you the highest chance that you get 3 dogs before round 15. Unfortunate we didn't get it here, but as spoiler alert, I'm going to let you know, we do get 3 dogs in this round, with around 6, around 10, and around 14 dogs, which is basically losing on the first roll and then making it back. I do almost die a couple times here, which is kind of unfortunate. Sometimes you'll see me take a lot of damage just being aggressive to try and save time, but in these instances just from bad shooting and not paying attention, which is pretty funny, I find. Yeah. So round 5 and 6 dogs are the most important thing, like I explained. What's really important also is that you stay in the first room until dogs are essentially the first dog round passes, because dogs, once you open the first couple doors, become very all over the place. They can kind of spawn behind walls, behind certain things, and it's very difficult to properly gauge where the dog's going to spawn and take advantage. Now, as you're going to see here, dog round is extremely self-explanatory. In the first room, you're going to see a sort of pattern if you're standing in this spot. Not a very complicated pattern. It just goes right, and then left, and then I failed that, and then right, and then left, and then right, and it just does this over and over again. So with the Shiva, it's nice because it guarantees the headshot, so you kill them quickly. Here I waste a little bit of time on the box. For me, right during this run while I was doing it, it was a bit more necessary for me to get the box because the most important the most important attachment when you're doing these runs is to make sure the gun that you have on the wall, for us it's the M8A7 in the hut, that you have the quick reloader on it, and also for this run specifically thermal, but you need the quick reloader so that you can reload fast and you're not basically blocked off by having to reload constantly. So I took a throw at the box so that I would have a secondary in case this super long reload would leave me trapped in a corner. Now, we got a really good perk here. There's kind of 3 perks at this spot that are good to get. I like Speed Cola the best, just because I don't have quick reload. Then I like Jug and then Double Tap Root Beer. The other perk you can get in this spot is, well, all the ones that it kind of shows. But sometimes you get Mule Kick, and that one's the absolute worst one because it literally does nothing. So you definitely don't want a Mule Kick. You would definitely want to have thermal sight on your M807 when you're doing this run. The reason being that the spawns on Numa are really poor, especially if you accidentally step outside of the hut or go a little bit too far forward. They can spawn in really ridiculous spots, and you're going to see one of those spawns later in this run. You're going to see like an insanely disgusting spawn that costs like 15 seconds of the run, which is really bad. We pick up our perk here. What's really important is that you definitely want to pick up perks, and you definitely want 3 to 4 perks on this map while you're doing the run. Now, the way you get multiple perks in this run is using the Wonder Fizz, which always spawns in the same spot. It's always the same place where it's active, which is basically right next to the entrance to this area. You're going to see it at the end of this round. I go for it. What's really cool about the Wonder Fizz, and I don't know if this is something that's always like this or it's just like this for the Chronicle maps, or I don't know how it is, but this is something that I know is a fact because of the amount of runs I've played and no change is happening. The Wonder Fizz guarantees you 3 perks. It guarantees you either Speed Cola, sorry, not Speed Cola, it guarantees you Stamina, which I got first, Deadshot Daiquiri, or Widow's Wine. Those are the only options, basically, for perks from the Wonder Fizz, and then it changes location. Or you might be able to get more perks, but I don't actually know because I've never actually gotten more than 3. But the first 3 perks are always these 3. It's like guaranteed on this map. Opening this door and getting the Wonder Fizz is guaranteed, which is really good because Widow's Wine is really strong. It makes you basically unkillable, especially with Jug. It's like insanely hard to die with that. And Deadshot Daiquiri is amazing if you're playing on PC. Because on PC, it gives you additional headshot damage, which is actually insane. So you basically just kill zombies faster. Now, these perks are important because they let you survive longer, and they let you make more aggressive plays that allow you to clear the rounds faster. They let you deal more damage and survive, so that's kind of everything you want in a speedrun. Which is why they work really well for this one, and it just the coincidence that these happen to be your perks works out really nicely. Now here I'm using the Man of War, and I don't actually know why I'm using it. You're going to see a lot of like time losses during this run, where you see a lot of like fail reloads or those types of things, which is why this run can be heavily improved to sub 14 even. Especially if you look right here, this is the bad spawn I'm talking about. I stepped slightly too far out of the hut, I think, and this is the spawn that I got. I don't know if this is completely random or has to do with me stepping out of the hut. I think it's because I stepped out of the hut, but he's nowhere to be seen. I have thermal. I'm checking everywhere, and out of nowhere you just see him here. Nope, not even, and there he is. He finally jumped over the barricade to come in. That's round 10. Again, my timing isn't perfect here. I'm just the round 15 timer is going to be the only perfect one. So right there I was tilted. I was like, what the hell is this? Why did I just get that? That's really stupid. And then I got dogs, so I was happy again. I was like, I make up the time with this. That's good. What's really good about dogs, as you can see, if you stand too far out of the hut, the entire map gets kind of clouded in smoke. Also, Widow's Wine one-shots dogs. So to avoid getting clouded in smoke so you can kind of see everything, you gotta stand kind of at this spot at the door. Just not completely in the door because then it becomes white, I think, but not completely outside of the door either, just right on the trap. Also using the M8A7 there would have been faster, but again, I had not done that many runs of this, so you gotta cut me a bit of slack for this. Still killed the record, come on, man. Anyways, so yes, like I was explaining, very important to get your perks. At this point, you're praying for 3 dogs, especially if you got around 6 dogs. You really, really, really want 3 dogs. Otherwise, it's going to be very hard to beat the record. A record with 3 dogs just has like a crazy advantage off a record that doesn't have 3 dogs, because 3 dogs rounds are just way faster. Plus, with Numa having really bad spawns sometimes, you need those dogs to make up any like big fails on time losses. And as you see there, Widow's Wine plus a jug, just let me just stand there, tank everything, and keep shooting. Something I don't do enough in this run, that oh wow, that was a perfect nuke. I completely forgot about that one, but that's a perfect nuke. Ended the round, the guy died right on top of us. That's the nuke that you want, where you kill a zombie on top of you, he just drops the nuke, you pick it up instantly, and the round ends. Very nice. Something I don't do enough in this run, you're going to see I do it on round 13, but I don't do enough in this run, is abusing the trap. The trap takes about a round or less to recharge, so it's very quick. It takes about a minute to reset. And it only costs 1,000 points, which, as you can see, we have way more than enough points to take advantage of that. And it just wrecks the zombies. It one-shots them, they can't run through and survive. They don't deal damage once they've ran through the trap either, so you can stand right at the edge of the trap and not take any hits. It allows you to just kill zombies that are poorly spawned on the map. While the trap is just killing the zombies in front of you, it gives you space to work with. Just the trap is insanely good to take advantage of, and you should definitely be taking advantage of it. I don't know why I don't that much in this round, but that's another point of speed that could be done in this round. For example, instead of doing all this spraying to kill these zombies, they would have all already been dead because of the fact that the trap would have killed them. So it would have been a slightly faster run. Very important. And I already explained why the thermal sight is very important, because you need to be able to see those bad spawn zombies. Also, when you drop the trap, it lets you see zombies kind of behind zombies. You can just look for the zombies you want to kill. It's also easy to get headshots with thermal, I'm not going to lie. So we're nearing the end of the run right here. I do take advantage of the trap in this round. You're going to see how useful it is. It absolutely obliterates the zombies and saves you so much time. It's just, it's insane. It's insane, I'm not going to lie. Now, sitting inside the hut is the other thing that you really want to do. I find, speaking of the bad spawns, I find if you stay inside the hut, you're less likely to get bad spawns. It still is likely, but it's much less likely. I've had rounds before where zombies spawn almost at the start of the map, in the opening rooms, when I venture too far outside of the hut to snipe zombies, or a couple times I tried to go get perks mid-round, and those are the absolute worst things you can do. You definitely don't want that. Now, as you can see, the trap is just obliterating all the zombies. It's taking care of everything. I don't even have to kill anything anymore. The trap's just going to end the round for me, which is nice. And here we get dogs on round 14, which is insanely good, because dogs on the last round is really good. And you can already tell that this run is, 1, really ahead of world record, and 2, is very non-optimally played. I think you can get a sub 13 run very easily, in a sub 14 run in Numa very easily, especially with more optimal play and the same nuke luck, which was basically just 2 nukes that ended rounds, especially once you get quick reload. So anyways, here we're coming up on the end of the run. I can't even find the last dog, but I don't care. Widow's Wine takes him out, and we're just waiting on time, which is now. I did that slightly too early, which is really stupid, because I'm recording this after the fact. But anyways, it's a 14:25. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was a 14:25. I timed it a little bit too early, but hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys can take advantage of these strategies and hopefully beat my record on Shino, because this was a pretty poor run. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.